Oh, good morning. Happy Friday. It's Judith. It's a gentle 1 hour Kripalu yoga class. Welcome, everyone. We're glad to see you. So happy you came by to join us. And it's an hour long. And if whatever is being offered does not work for your body this morning, you can always modify. You could do something else like another posture, or you could skip it altogether. So just bear in mind that you are in charge. Pay attention to what the body and the mind are asking for, and all should be well. If you have questions, save them for the end of the class, and I'll be around to answer questions. So basically, the props we use for this class would be a yoga mat. If you don't happen to have one handy today, you could fold a blanket or perhaps a beach towel on a padded surface like a carpet. I wouldn't recommend doing it on tile or wood because your joints they won't like it. So yoga blocks are another lovely thing to have. 2 of them. These are styrofoam light. And if you don't have yoga blocks today, you could substitute with a couple of canned goods of equal size and weight, perhaps. Maybe soften with some washcloths on top. Here is a standard yoga strap. And this is easy to substitute if you don't have one, with a scarf or a dog leash, a belt, a bathrobe tie. Very easy to replicate. I have padding here. I have a squishy mat here, squishy mat. And then I folded up a towel with rubber bands, and this is sort of a fake bolster, a little tiny one that I use for my knees. Another optional item would be hand weights. And if you don't have these, don't worry about it. This is only if you feel like you want more challenge, if it's gotten too easy. This is a set of 1-pounders, nothing heavier than 2 pounds for this class. And last but not least is our friend, the chair. This is a nice metal folding chair with wide leg base, so there's no slippage, no wheels, no arms, because we can use the chair either for sitting postures or standing, helping with balance. Also, if you have an available wall, that could help with balance. Or you could be near a piece of furniture that doesn't move for balance. So you can decide how you want to get it organized in your space. Let's just start by taking the feet about shoulder width apart. The toes can point out about 5 degrees, maybe. Let's just start swinging the arms like empty coat sleeves. And we're going to just keep tapping. Here you can tap up here by the lung point, for example. That's right under the collarbone, the clavicle. And so you're twisting, you're looking over the shoulder each time you twist. If you want to add a little bit more of a balance challenge, you can lift the opposite heel as you twist in the opposite direction. And you're breathing. You're focusing on that LSD breath, long, slow, and deep, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep turning and twisting. Now you're going to pat yourself on the shoulder, and that's the back point of the lung point. That's reflexology speak here. We just tapped on the front of the lung point, right under the collarbone, and now we're tapping on the shoulder, that back part, the lung point. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep twisting and turning. Now we're going to start tapping right here in the front of the torso, and the back hand is going to tap on the kidneys. So that's up a little bit higher in the back. Do the best you can to reach those kidneys, but don't force or jam anything. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're slowly going to unwind, slowly, slowly. No abrupt stopping. Very nice. And then the hands can come to the hips. Adjust the feet and the legs as you need as we swirl the hips. So it's inhaling forward. And as you round in the back, you're going to squeeze that navel to the spine. So it's a big swirling of the hips. And we're busy now promoting and generating synovial fluid. So, and that's the lubricant that the body provides for the joints. That doesn't happen until you start moving the joint. So we're doing our homework here. Let's go ahead and corkscrew back to center and then start circling in the other direction. Inhaling forward, exhaling back, squeezing the navel to spine. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then we're going to corkscrew back to center. Maybe the feet now can come directly under the hips. So where that femur bone plugs into the hip socket, that's hip distance. This isn't hip distance, all right? So we have the feet here, and we're just going to start shifting the weight. See if you can just shift the weight forward and back without lifting the actual sole of the foot. So the feet are staying flat. You're just noticing how the ankles, how the feet adjust as you shift the weight forward and back. And as we do this, as you get into the rhythm of it, maybe you can get into more of a rocking motion. So as you rock back, the front toes lift up. As you rock forward, the heels lift up. So you're getting a nice rocking motion going here with the feet and the legs. Once that feels comfortable, start flowing the arms up, palms press away in the back, lifting and pressing for 8. Taking your time with this. 7, 6, working on balance. 5, 4, strengthening the ankles. 3, 2, 1, keep going. Arms can come to stillness. Keep going with the feet and the legs for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly coming down to stillness, but not for long because we're going to start a little baby march with those feet and legs. So you're lifting opposite arm and opposite leg as we're doing a little march here, making it vigorous as you get into it. Crown of head floats up to sky. Imagine the head as a helium balloon and the feet ground into the earth as you place your feet on the mat for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep marching. And now we're going to step outside, side, in, side, in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in the middle. Keep marching. Opposite leg, opposite arm. Just a few more breaths here for 4, 3, make it vigorous. 2, and 1. Very nice. And then slowly coming down, not stopping, but just slowly coming down. Now we're going to think about taking the arm across the midline as you take the opposite knee across the midline. So you're twisting and punching, twisting and punching. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And let's take it down slowly, slowly. Don't just stop abruptly. And again, the feet reside underneath the hips here. So you're going to keep the feet flat. The knees are going to track over toes. Little inhale, little baby squat here, but the feet stay flat. So you're stretching out the calves and the Achilles tendon. Exhale as you straighten the legs. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Again, little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Re-straighten. Let's roll some shoulders. We'll move on up to the shoulders while the legs recover. And we're going to keep rolling and making those invisible circles in the air for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go the other direction. You might hear pops and crunches. That's usually just air or gas in the joint. Nothing to get concerned about. Oh, 2 more. Very nice. And let's take the legs a little bit wider now. The knees will stay soft. Inhale, knees soft. Take those arms up to the sky. Exhale, press the arms down by the side of the body. Inhale up, stretch the fingers. Exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Let's refloat the arms. And now we're going to give a stretch to the side body. Here, see if you can keep the chest square to the front of your space or that straight edge of your mat. Oh. And we're giving a little tug to those intercostal muscles, those that attach to the side ribs. Oh. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then the arms come up. Take them out to the side. Float them down. Triple slow time. No rush to get there. Now, if you want to be near your wall or your chair, I'm going to just put a couple fingers here on the back of the chair. And the leg that's closest to your chair is the supporting standing leg. You're going to shift the weight into that right leg as you start swinging the left. You want to start out low, keep the foot flexed. And if you can lift it up to waist height, that's a good thing. If not, just do your optimum lift here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly bringing it down to stillness, slowly. And then let's go ahead and shift over to the other side. So now the leg closest to the chair is the standing leg, in this case, the left. You might want to take a couple fingers on the back of the chair. You're shifting the weight into the left leg as you swing the right leg. And you can start low until you get the hang of it. And maybe you want to lift it up to waist height, but maybe you don't. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And slowly coming down, deaccelerating. And then slowly the feet is going to land, the foot is going to land, shake out the legs. From here, I'm going to stand behind the chair, but what we're going to do here is the feet are in first position. The heels come together, the toes point out 30 to 45 degrees. And I'll do it facing you this time. And you can use the back of your chair for support. So it's inhale, lift. So I'll do it out here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relift those heels. The feet are still in first position, but the knees are pointing outward because the legs are 30 to 45 degrees pointing outward. Staying with heels lifted. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Let's do 4, 3, 2, stay down on 1, little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relift. You're still on your tippy toes. Now find a spot, maybe on the wall in front of you, maybe on the floor in front of you, as long as it doesn't move. Maybe one arm wants to float up to the sky. You're still on your tippy toes. Maybe a second arm wants to come up. Focusing and balancing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One arm comes down, second arm comes down. Now float those heels down. Relief. So shake out the feet, shake out the legs. Very nice. Let's go ahead and take our chairs. If you want to have your blocks handy, your strap handy, your hand weights handy. And if you have none of those things, don't panic, because I'll try to give options as best I can. So you're going to grab your props if you have them and have them nearby. And then you're going to come and place that bum more on the front of the seat of the chair than the back of the chair, okay? So here, let's take the legs fairly, not too wide, but just enough to accommodate the torso as comes down between the legs. If it goes that far, you never know, all right? So let's just start with lifting with the chin, exhaling as you lead with the chin. Inhale, tuck the chin and roll up the spine. So now on this one, we're working on spinal flexibility. So exhale, focus your attention on that spine. Inhale as you tuck the chin as you rise up. Exhale forward. Oh. Inhale up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back to neutral here in the chair. Now we'll do the reverse. You're going to tuck the chin. Inhale, tuck the chin. And then come forward like your head is breaking the waves. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, tuck the chin. Stretch it forward, breaking the waves. Exhale. Inhale as you tuck. Exhale as you lift. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Nice and easy. Let's go ahead and continue to take the legs a little bit wider. Right forearm going to press into the right thigh. The right thigh presses into the right forearm. So you've got an isometric press going on here below. Then you're going to float that left arm up to the sky as you reach the fingers to the sky. Now this is my injured side, so I'm modifying slightly. The arm should be straight up to the sky if that's available. Chest is square to the front of your space. Big stretch on the left side of the body for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center slowly. Now the left forearm is going to press into the left thigh. The left thigh presses into the left forearm. Isometric press going on here at all times. Right arm floats up to the sky. Chest is square to the front of your space for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's come back down to center. And for this one, you might want weights, but no weights is an option as well. So the legs coming back a little bit closer together, no weight or one weight in each hand. And now the palms face the wall behind you. So the legs aren't exactly in parallel. We're going to tilt the torso forward. We're going to lift the straight arms up to the sky, and they always stay higher than the bum. So you're not going to drop the arms down. You're not going to let the head dangle. For 8, little pumps with the arms. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted. Now the palms face the midline. They're going to squeeze together, like you're trying to get the palms close to the midline. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then you're going to take the arms, descending the arms, floating the torso upright. Very nice. And then now the legs are in parallel. Let's start with the right arm. No weight, one weight, or two weights in the right arm. We start with the arm straight. The palm faces forward towards your screen. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow. Inhale and exhale, little bicep work for 8, 7, sit tall. 6, squeeze the abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the forearm only goes halfway. So now the forearm is parallel to the earth. Little pumps with that arm. You can glue the upper arm to the side ribs. So you're just moving that forearm, little tiny pumps for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Very, very slowly let it go. And then shake out that arm. Everything moving over to the left, no weight, one weight, or two weights in the left hand. The palm faces forward. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. The forearm now is parallel to the earth. The upper arm is glued to the side ribs. Little pumps with the forearm for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly straighten the arm. Don't let it just fall apart. There you go. Now for this one, you can use no weights in your hand or maybe one weight in each hand. This is, again, an isometric press. So you can have a soft fist if you're not using weights. You're going to place them on the inside of the thighs, away from the knee joint. And we're going to press isometrically inward with the legs as you press outward with your hands and your arms. So it's an isometric press. We're working on this adductor muscle on the inside of the thighs that sometimes get overlooked. So we're going to give them a squeeze this morning, all right? So big full breath, inhale, and then exhale, press and squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Oh boy. Shake it out. Same idea, except we're pressing now on the outside of the thighs. So the hands press the thighs together. The thighs resist the hands by pressing outward. Sitting tall in the chair, big full breath. Inhale. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Oh boy. Very nice. Now no weight or one weight in each hand. The palms are going to face the midline. Exhale, right palm into the armpit. Inhale as you come down. Exhale, left palm into the left armpit. Inhale as you go down. For 8, 7, 6, sitting tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back down to neutral. Let's take the two hands together. No weight, one weight, or two weights in each hand. And we're going to swing and swing. So we're swinging left, we're swinging right, but you're sitting tall. You're grounding through those sits bones on your chair for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And then coming back to center, lowering the arms down. Let's go ahead and roll the shoulders a couple times in both directions. Very nice. Back to neutral. Palms face the midline. No weight or one weight in each hand. We're going to shrug and drop. Shrug and drop for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Losing any weights if you were using them. Staying in the chair for now. We're going to try to do a warrior 2 in the chair. So here we go. Let's turn to the right. And now you're closer to the front of the seat of the chair than the back, but don't fall off, please. Now this front butt cheek is probably more half on and half off of the seat of the chair. Let me get rid of this here. All right. So now you're going to take the front leg, your left leg, and it might want to stay right here. Or it might want to go farther back. You can choose. And then you're going to take one arm forward and one arm to the back. So this is warrior 2 in a chair for 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying right here. Slight forward, slightly back, slightly forward, slightly back. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to neutral. Arms float down. Slowly recollect your legs. Go turning to the front. Now we're going to go to the other side. So turning to the left. So you front butt cheek, half on, half off the chair, but you're grounding through the sits bones. You're going to take this other leg, the front leg back. It might want to just stay right here. Maybe it wants to extend forward, backward rather. It might want to straighten all the way out. You can experiment. One arm forward, one arm back, breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Little forward, little back. Sliding forward, sliding back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to neutral. Arms can float down. You might want to assist your leg to join the other leg, and then you're going to come forward into the chair. Very nice. Now you can sit all the way to the back of the chair. So now the thighs are supported. Let's exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Now, extending one leg long, flex the foot, keep it there. Extending second leg long, flex the foot, keep it there. Maybe one arm can come up. Maybe the second arm can come up. This is staff pose in a chair for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One arm comes down, second arm comes down, legs float back down. Oh, relief. Let's bounce the legs a bit. Very nice. If you want to add a weight here, you can. Otherwise, it's just folding the fingers together. And we're going to do chopping wood so the legs come wide. Here again, you're closer to the front of the seat of the chair. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very, very nice. Coming back to neutral, heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. And then placing the feet directly onto your mat, the 4 corners of each foot rooting into the earth. Let's go ahead and press on up into the feet. We're going to move the chair off to one side. Now, we're going to come down on the mat. If you have anxiety about coming on the mat, I'll do a very quick demo. Preferably, it should be on the sticky mat. If you don't have the sticky mat, sometimes it's a good idea to take the legs of the chair and put them up where the wall meets the baseboard or the floor. That way you know when you're pressing on the chair, the weight of your arms will not move it. So facing the seat of the chair, grab halfway along the edge. Most of the weight will be in the arms. Bend one knee, float it down slowly and mindfully. Second knee joins it. You've arrived on the earth. To get back up, grab the sides of the chair. Maybe the forearms could rest on the seat of the chair. If you need to assist one leg forward, assist it forward. The back toes are tucked. Again, the weight goes in the arms. Inhale, press the bum up. One foot under the seat, second foot under the seat. And then you can use the back of the chair to come up slowly to avoid the head rush. So that's how you'd use the chair to get onto the floor. I'm going to face these two, the narrow end of the mat, and I'm going to take the 2 blocks and place them there so I know where they are. Maybe you want to grab some water. And so coming fairly close to that narrow end of your mat, we're going to do some swan dives. Big swan dive up, and then going forward, exhaling, inhale up, and exhale, swan dive. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale, we'll stay over into a forward fold, Uttanasana, right here. And now I've got my blocks. I'm going to take them on the tall setting. And if you don't have blocks, you could maybe take your chair, place your hands on the seat of the chair for support. That's an option. And if this is way too much, you can always come down on your hands and knees and do the leg lifts, all right? So I won't mirror you for this. Shifting the weight into the right leg, we're going to float the left leg up, point the toe, touch the toe, lift the leg for 8. Leg is straight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Left foot meets the right. Micro bend the knees left and right. Oh. Staying calm and relaxed. Now the weight shifts into the left leg. Float the right leg, point the toe, touch and lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Right foot meets the left. Let's micro bend the knees. We're still in your forward fold. You're still in Uttanasana. You're micro bending those knees. You're stretching out the low back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And now the legs come to stillness. Hands can come to low blocks or the mat. You're going to step back into downward dog. So the body's in a triangle shape. You're trying to press the chest close to the tops of the thighs. Arms are straight, fingers are spread wide. And you can bicycle pedal the heels here. Wag your dog tail. Stretch out that low back. Stretch out the upper back. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Legs come to stillness. Knees float down to the earth. Big toes together, knees wide apart. Press into child pose. I'm taking my little fake bolster here, placing it behind the knees, pressing the hips back towards the heels. Oh. Big stretch for those thigh muscles here, the quads. Arms can be forward on the mat, or they could be by the legs. And if the forehead doesn't reach the mat, stacked palms, rest the forehead there, or stacked fists, rest the forehead there. Or if you have a low block, you could rest it on the low block. So organize your arms and your legs. Just allow that body to melt into the earth, dropping into a quiet space inside, and noticing where energy has moved in the body, heart beating, blood flowing, chi moving throughout the system. Let's inhale deep, full breaths into that back body. Inhale, lower back, middle back, upper back, noticing the pause at the top. Exhaling, upper, middle, lower back, noticing the pause at the bottom. Inhale, lower, middle, upper back, noticing the silence at the top. Exhaling, upper, middle, lower back, squeezing out all the air and pausing in the silence at the bottom. 2 more, just like this on your own. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's come on up slowly, slowly, no rushing. And now finding our way to sitting. Here you might want to fold a blanket or a towel or add a cushion so you can sit on that. So that will help move the pelvic bowl, tilt it forward. It's like you're spilling water out of the pelvic bowl. Or not, that may not feel good for your body, but you can experiment and see what does feel good. I like to prop the thighs with the blocks. And I'm coming into easy pose, Sukhasana. Ankles line up, one in front of the other. If that's not available, legs can stay straight. You can slip blocks underneath the knees if that's available. So you have support there. So you can work either one of those options. I'm returning to Sukhasana. I'm pulling flesh away from sits bones, propping the thighs so I'm not gripping, I'm not holding on in those hip creases. So hands can rest on shins or knees or thighs, and let's just start circling the rib cage. Again, waking up those internal organs, big full breaths, those breathing patterns bring in fresh blood and oxygen and chi, life force, squeezing out all the stuff that we're finished with, all that stale air. Let's return to center and circle the other way. Big full breaths for 4, 3, sending love to your organs. 2, 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center. Let's unfold and extend the right leg off to the side, 45 degrees. And the left leg bends. The sole of the left foot presses up against the inside of that right thigh. So we'll start by facing forward. The right foot will stay flexed the whole time. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, tilting over to the right. Now that top arm should be by the ear. I'm modifying, but the fingertips stretch to the side wall, and that bottom arm can rest on top of the leg, in front of the leg, or on a block in front of the leg. If that lower arm is on the earth, you can use it for leverage to spin these top ribs open to the sky. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center, top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Stay over on 1. That top arm is a unit, a single piece of arm here moving for 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side, other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming back to center. Float that top arm down. No rushing. Now you're going to turn and face your extended right leg. So that's maybe just a turn of 5 or 10 degrees. You're facing that right leg. The foot is still flexed. Inhale up. Exhale over. And now here you can grab wherever you want to grab. I'm grabbing my calf and shin and trying to press the chest close to the top of that right thigh for 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying right here. You're going to wrap your right arm around the back body, either resting on sacrum, or maybe those fingers could slip in the opposite hip crease. You're looking over the right shoulder now, staying calm and relaxed. Try not to let the head dangle. Imagine the crown of the head reaching toward the big toe for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then unwinding it slowly. Back arm comes back. And then torso floats upright. It can be nice and slow. Maybe you want to give that leg a little shake as you go to the other side. So now it's the left leg extending long off to the side. If this bent knee is hanging in space, it's a good idea to prop it with a block or a towel or a cushion. And again, the sole of the right foot presses into the inside of the left thigh. The left foot will stay flexed the whole time. You're sitting tall. Torso faces forward to start. Inhale up. Exhale, tilting over to the left. So that top arm stretches to the side wall. The bottom arm can rest on top of the leg, in front of the leg, or on a block in front of the leg. If your lower arm is on the floor there, you can use it for leverage to spin those top ribs open to the sky for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then coming, top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press it away. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press it away. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Stay over on 1. And that top arm is a single unit, little circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that top arm floats, it comes upright, it floats down the side of the body. And now we'll stay right here, except you're going to turn maybe 5 or 10 degrees to face the extended left leg. Again, arms float up. Inhale up. Exhale over. Grabbing whatever you can grab. I'm grabbing the shin again. And here again, the chest is pressing close to the top of the left thigh. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay right here. The left arm wraps around the back body to sacrum or opposite hip crease. Now we're looking over the left shoulder to the wall behind for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then unwinding the arms, slowly pressing the torso upright. Let's extend both legs out to the side now for the grand finale of the leg stretch here. So you can push yourself forward with your hands or your fists maybe, and you get your optimum width, not your maximum. If you have blocks and you want to add them like a little tower here, that's an option. But if you don't have them, it's no big deal. So float the arms up, inhale up, exhale, stretch the arms to reach wherever they can reach. Maybe the head can rest on these blocks. If you don't have the blocks, just try to keep the crown of the head lined up with tailbone. The back is flat. Imagine you're leading with the sternum forward, and imagine there's a yoga strap around your hips pulling you to the wall behind. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly tilting the torso back upright to neutral. If you were using the blocks can go off to the side. You're going to fold the legs together, maybe shake them out. Let's do that for sure. Hands can come behind the hips or maybe off a little bit to the side. The legs aren't exactly in parallel. They're slightly apart. Feet will stay flexed. You're going to lift through the crown of the head. As you internally rotate the legs, back to neutral, externally rotating. Internally and externally for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center. Nice and easy, shake them out. And now let's take the soles of the feet together. The soles of the feet are kissing. And we're going to tuck your elbows into the soft part of the thigh, sitting tall as best you can, rocking in Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose, sitting tall for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to center. Legs can close. Let's go ahead and face the narrow end of the mat if you aren't already. And then you're going to keep the knees bent. The feet are in parallel, hip distance apart. Let's go ahead and go forward. You can grab shins or maybe backs of thighs. Avoid the knee joint. Forward, inhale. Exhale as you roll back and squeeze, navel to spine. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back and squeeze. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to stay back and you're going to roll down all the way, vertebra by vertebra, placing it on the mat like a string of pearls. Oh yeah. Back of the neck is long as you land in a reclining position here on the mat, knees drawn into the chest, big full breaths for 4. I'm rocking side to side. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And then coming to stillness, the feet land on the earth, the knees are still bent. If you have weights and want to add weights here, you might want to add them to your hip crease or not. The heels are close to the bum. Maybe you can touch your heels with your fingertips, but maybe not. Let's start with a series of pelvic tilts, but we'll stay on the earth to start. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale, lift the pelvis and squeeze it back. So you're tightening the pelvic floor, the abdominals, the quads, and the buttocks. We're hitting a whole lot of things here. All right, inhale forward. Exhale back and squeeze. So let's do 4, 3, 2, squeeze that pelvic floor. 1, hold it here. Okay, next time we go forward, inhale forward, press the feet into the mat, lifting it up. Exhale as you squeeze, lifting up into bridge pose. The chin stays tucked in the center of the chest. Do not look side to side for this, please. And then you're going to roll the spine down, vertebra by vertebra, triple slow time. When the pelvis lands, tilt it forward. Inhale forward, exhale, press into the feet, lift and squeeze. Lifting it up to your optimum lift. The thighs stay parallel. Try not to splay the thighs outward. And then roll it down one more time, vertebra by vertebra. The minute the pelvis lands, inhale, tilt it forward. Exhale, this time lift and squeeze, and you're going to stay up. So you're going to squeeze right butt cheek and left butt cheek, right and left for 8, 7, 6, stay lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Tuck the knees together. Little tiny taps with the knees. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to center. Roll it down slowly. Lose any weights if you were using weights. Once you've landed, make sure the back of the neck is as long as it's willing to be. Draw the left thigh slowly into the chest. Now, this is a counter stretch to what we just did, so you're not going to pop into it. You want to draw the second knee into the chest slowly and mindfully, and again, maybe just rocking side to side to massage the back body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then from here, if you have a strap, grab it or not. Let's go ahead and loop the strap around the balls of both feet. And if you don't have a strap, grab behind either the thighs or grab the calves. Don't grab the knees, all right? So you're going to loop it around the balls of both feet, and you're going to stretch those legs out into a big wide V. So now here we're going to rock, opening up those legs, those hips, a little self-soothing, like we're back in the crib. Just rocking side to side for 8, 7, 6, keep the feet flexed, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to neutral in the center. Legs come together. Strap goes away. Draw the right knee into the chest. Extend the left leg long on the mat. Flex the left foot. You're going to lift that left straight leg. Maybe if you want to lift your head and your shoulders, that's also an option. You might want to hold the back of your head with a hand. So you're going to lift head and neck maybe. You're going to pump that left straight leg as you squeeze the abs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Leg comes down, head comes down, right foot hits the earth, left knee bends, draw the left knee into the chest, extend the right leg long, flex the right foot. And then once again, you might want to support the back of your head if you're lifting the head, lifting the right leg, little pumps with the leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Squeeze the abs. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Head comes down, leg comes down. And now let's stretch both legs long onto the mat. Arms and legs come at 30 to 45 degrees. Maybe you want to make any final movements that make you feel complete before you come into your Shavasana. So a standard classic Shavasana is on your back, arms and legs, 30 to 45 degrees. If you have a cranky low back, you might want to bend the knees, feet are mat distance apart, knock the knees together like a tent, restorative rest. If on the back is impossible, rolling onto one side, stacking legs and hips, resting your head on the upper arm or maybe on a block or a cushion of a block. Or if you have an available wall, legs up the wall. Or you could sit in a chair, feet flat, resting your hands on your lap, on your thighs. And then once you've organized the arms and the legs, allowing the eyes to drop closed, and just scanning the body, noticing any residual tension that might remain, and breathing into those areas. Nice, slow, and deep. And you'll begin to notice some relaxation forming in the soles of the feet, as though we're placing our feet in our friend the hot tub. And that relaxation envelops the feet, the ankles, the low legs, enveloping the calves and the shins. The softness moves from there into the knees, permeating the complex structure of the knees. And then it moves into the thighs, allowing the legs and the feet to become very, very heavy. The softness moves into the pelvis, the hips, the buttocks, the low back releases. And from there, it goes from the belly into the waist and torso, enveloping the ribs and the heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, spleen, colon. All the vital organs deeply relaxed. From there, it moves into the chest and shoulders and rolls down both arms, all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. And then it moves into the throat and the neck. And then it envelops the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases, the face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light envelops the entire body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together. The whole body together. The whole body together. And today I'm quoting from the poet David White. He talks about 52 different words, everyday words. And today the word is disappointment. Disappointment is a friend to transformation, a call to both accuracy and generosity in the assessment of ourselves and others, a test of sincerity, and a catalyst of resilience. Disappointment is just the initial meeting with the frontier of an evolving life, an invitation to reality, which we expected to be one particular way, and then turns out to be another. Often something more difficult, more overwhelming, and strangely, in the end, more rewarding. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And as you are ready, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day, and bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you stand in the light of your own true self. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.